Hello and welcome to Let's Play Endless Space 2, Series 8, Episode 56. I'm JC Proton. We're picking up at turn 126, and we're playing a standard faction of the Unfallen on Endless Difficulty, on a normal speed game. In this episode, we are going to be invading two Craver star systems, and we'll be taking possession of them. It's going to be Jovanus and Jyem. And then we're also sieging down Rassam. It'll be next turn, so we'll probably move fleets around and be invading Rassam next turn, and maybe Thea, and getting Rhea probably halfway sieged. After we take Jim, we'll probably be able to entwine at Timos, and let's move all fleets here. And maybe Gonos as well. We have another Vining fleet that has just arrived at Gonos, so maybe it'll be in range to entwine this turn. If not, next turn after we, I don't know. Yeah, after we get Timos entwined, I guess. And we'll continue working our way down into more Craver territories. I had a comment from Blintscav on the last video. Brilliant suggestion. He said that that the last time, I guess it was the first time, whatever, when they played the Unfallen, they finished the game by doing a huge wave of Pacific conversion and captured like 30 systems in a single turn. It was a lot of fun. It's like, yeah, I bet that's a brilliant idea. I'm thinking that if I just chill and wait, and just wait for these influence costs to drop, then I can do the same thing, and just in a one bold stroke. Just take all of the remaining Horatio systems and Lumeris systems in one swift move in a single turn. To pull that off, have to wait for the influence cost to drop, and it goes down like 2% per turn. So I was looking at it, and I think I want to try to go ahead and flip some laws around at this point, to try to maybe do some different things and maybe lower that cost faster. We'll see. Currently, my science is 170,000 per turn, but I've basically completed research on the stuff that I care about. So it doesn't really matter to me how long it takes to finish researching the tech tree. I've already researched everything I care about. Really, this one is in progress, which I guess I'll build on my home system. And then there's also this one, which is here, Resonator of the Heart, which again I'll probably go ahead and build on my home system. And then after that, pretty much it's other things that don't really matter at this point. So I think I'm going to switch some laws around. I think it's time. So co-op code is giving extra research points per industry. So right now we're at, like I said, 170. So if we drop that law, our research drops to 130. So that was about 40,000, 40 to 41,000. So it's a pretty darn powerful law. That was a lot, and it wasn't even costing us anything. No influence to run. The other one is Cram exam. We're going to go ahead and blow it away. So we're going to drop from 129.5. That'll drop some more off here. Now we're down to 110. So that was about 15,000. Okay, so what I want to do is run some more Pacific type laws, more pacifist laws. So right now our resource production for deciduous trees is 110 per turn. Transvines are 115 per turn about. Gossamer is running around 78. Dustwater is about 30. And protospores are around 43 and a half. So I want to go ahead and run my precious, which increases resource generation on luxury resource deposits and gives us extra dust income per luxury deposit on systems. So right now we're at a plus 30,000 Empire dust per turn. So we'll go ahead and pass that. And now we're at 37,000. And our resources are now at 122 deciduous trees, 126.7 transvines, 84.2 of the gossamer, 34.9 of the dustwater, and 49.5 protospores. So that was a nice little increase there. So that'll get us these resources we need faster to help us, get more resource income from our trade routes. Okay, another thing I want to run. I don't know if this has any impact or not. Excuse me, sorry about that. I want to do Trusted Broker. It is a low amount of influence to run. And it increases the cost reduction to do diplomatic actions. I think it only does diplomacy actions when you're interacting with other factions, but maybe a Pacific conversion is a diplomatic cost reduction available item. I don't know, but we'll find out. So anyway, over the course of about 14 or 15 turns, it reduces the cost by 50%. So the way I'm thinking about it, I'll go ahead and pass that. And we still have enough to handle our law upkeep. So our law upkeep is only 6,200 because we got that deed completed over here, which reduces our law upkeep cost in half. Okay, so excuse me. What should happen over a period of 15 turns is, for example, the system down here. That cost should go down by another 30%. It's already 14% completed. So it's just a matter of a calculation. So that should go down to 10,000 or something like that, right? So if the law has an impact on it, then it would reduce the remaining amount by about 50%, right? So like a third of it would go away, roughly speaking, right? So if it's around 10,000, 9 or 10,000, then the law is not really having any impact. But if the cost is like 5,000, then yeah, it looks like that law actually does impact the cost, and it makes it even cheaper. So yeah, if these prices get low enough, then I can make a big sweep. So that'll be pretty fun to see how that plays out. It's going to take a while. It's going to have to be patient, and we're going to kind of hopefully lull these guys into a false sense of security. But that's also counterbalanced by my concern that as I wipe out the Cravers, then I may be perceived as the biggest threat in the galaxy, and they may declare war on me. In which case, all of the Pacific conversion waiting is for naught, right? It's for nothing, and we'll lose all that progress, and then we'll just have to conquer them militarily after all. So we'll see. Let's go ahead and knock out these 2 invasions over here real quick. Get that done. I think we'll do Jyem first because I really want to see what's going to happen up here. Okay, so let's go ahead and invade. And I think we're fine to do a guerrilla. He's drafting. So he gets an extra couple hundred troops roughly. Okay, cool. So we got it. Yeah, pillage is definitely not the thing we're doing anymore. Alright, let's take a look at our system. It's totally depleted. Something I need to do is go back through my old videos and find out where was the system that the sowers had, where there were sowers that the Horatio took, and see if maybe I want to Pacific convert that system just in case there might be a sower left there. Gonna need it. Gonna need it, man, against these depleted planets. Oh, what a mess those are, man. All right, well, I'll circle back to that and put things in the build queue. I can do that off camera, no problem. I'll leave that as a reminder to do that. Okay, hey, look, we can do both of these. Okay, so let's entwine here. At Timos, Timos will be entwined in 1 turn, and Gonos is within range. So we'll entwine it also and be done in 1 turn. Yep, good call. Yeah, this GJ699 was not in range. Okay, cool. So we'll entwine both of these, and then probably next turn we'll take Rassan. And hopefully this will be in range to entwine. Okay. Let's see. What else can we... Is there anything left to attack? This is still en route. Over here, yeah, these guys finally arrived. And they are out of movement. They're already damaged, but their hit points 16,205 versus 32,410. So he's at 50% hit points. So we can attack. We're going to go with a 37 out of 37 command points. A fleet that is 100% thorns. Totally just thorns. We have 13,000 attack, 19,000 defense, and 258,000 hit points. Going up against the Craver fleet of 7916 attack, 1430 defense, and 16,000 hit points. Okay, so we're gonna do. Oh, this is gonna be fun. First time we get to use the battle tactic. We're attacking the Cravers. We're going to do the Fewer the Proud battle tactic. Here we go. 30% damage bonus for 10 seconds when an allied ship is destroyed. So every time he blows up one of my ships, all of the ships get a damage bonus. Talk about a Zerg rush, man. Swarm, swarm. And let's see, what's this guy armed with? Mostly long range. And that one's mostly short range. Short range kinetic. Long range kinetic. Okay, so they're probably... Okay, they're different versions of medium hunters. So one of them's probably loaded with some rail guns, because that short range is above 85%. So rail guns are 100% at short range, and like regular guns are like 85% at short range. So and rail guns are 100. So that's my guess. Yeah, I'll leave these guys out here. Maybe they'll get blown up. Whatever. But it gives us three lanes, so it might give us an edge here. This will be fun. Let's see how this goes. We'll take a look at the numbers afterwards, and we'll see how it happens. Okay, so he's splitting his forces, so I should still have an edge because I have one lane more than he does. So I should get a little bit of a multiplier. Got him outgunned by a mile, though. That is a swarm, Rose. That's nuts. Well, that was well, that was kind of fun to see. So without missed shots, yeah, look at that, a bunch of railguns. Excuse me. And some hull plating. So we did kinetic and we did beams. The shields were effective in doing what they're supposed to do. Okay. All right, let's do Jovanus. Jovanus over here. Take that bad boy down. And it has even fewer defenders. I think we can just skip the watching of the battle since it's going to look about the same as the last one. And we took it down. Again with the not pillaging. Not totally depleted, but will be pretty soon. 7 turns away. A bunch of good stuff there. Cool. All right, so then the plan will be to move fleet to Thea. Probably move... Probably take these vines up here. So, looking at some of these systems that are uncolonizable, I feel like maybe Horatio couldn't take this one because it was within this influence radius, or it might be kind of like we have going on over here at Kerr, where Kerr is supposed to be colonizable, but it's not. And Kraz should probably be colonizable, but it's not. Now, Kraz I can see because it's inside this influence radius, but I think I was able to colonize inside the influence radius over here if I had it entwined. So that's not happening again over here at Kerr. Now it's inside the influence radius, but I think what it is, so there's a bug on this quest, Death Without a Corpse. There's been a bug, and that when you have that quest, then you're no longer able to colonize the system where that quest takes place. It said in the patch notes for this game patch version that had been corrected. It seems like it has and it hasn't. We had that quest here, and I think it was AJ and AI, or whatever those systems were formerly named. But anyway, that's the locations where we had it, and we had to explore. And when we did that, then we got the quest completion. I think maybe it's been patched to the point where for you, the player, your faction that has that quest, it's been patched. But if some other faction had the quest, excuse me, then like for Horatio, maybe when they had that quest, it was Kraz and Kerr, and as a result, those are no longer colonizable. To me, maybe it's only for the systems. I don't know, and so it may also be at Nerod and Ugaro for the Lumeris, because here I'm looking at these, and even though I have it entwined, it's not available for me to colonize, right? So it's possible that when we entwine Echius, we're going to find the same thing. Just a guess, but I'm thinking that might be a situation we're going to come across. That the bug has been fixed for the faction that has the quest, or if it's the player faction, and if it's an AI computer player faction, that it's not fixed. I think is where we're at on that. That's my suspicion, unconfirmed suspicion. Okay, is there any fighting left? We already did the fleet movements for the Vine fleets. Okay, this ship is about to arrive, so I need to have something there to deal with him. I guess we'll move them over there and just excuse me, just guard so when that ship shows up, we'll take him down. Here we go. Here's one we can get. Okay, I think that's it for fleet battles. Excuse me. I'm gonna not do any Pacific conversions. Just gonna kind of chill out with that. I don't really have a lot of resources left to take. Like I could do Merope. It's on star lanes. I mean, it's on trade routes. Essa's not. So I could maybe grab Merope, right? I think that's about it. So I kind of want to just chill out on the Pacific conversions for now. Excuse me, sorry about the throat. I think maybe I'll maybe cut this one a little bit short. So we'll see what happens with these conversion prices. If we see them drop by more than 30%, then we'll know that that the law is having an impact. So let's see, we completed that. Let's take a look at these. Autonomous administration is available, so I'll go ahead and start queuing that up all over the place. That everywhere that we have level 4 systems. We don't have many, just have the one right now, but we have several in progress. Let's see, that's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 system upgrades in progress for level 4. So it'll start rolling here pretty soon, and we'll start raising up this maximum number of systems. We still have about another 30 we can go right now, because of the influence bonus from Guardians Discovered, which is just bananas. It's super overpowered. But yeah, we're gonna do that. Let's see here. I'll take a look at these. Distributed energy. So I could start building those different places. Pretty nice. 10% extra FIDSI on any system where I build it. The things that we're building, lots of ships. See, there's a teeny tiny scroll bar here. So we're building a ridiculous amount of sell me ships. There's a few thorns in there. It's mostly sell me in preparation to sell them. I'll probably do that after I spike up the inflation rate and the prices. And I'll do that by doing a whole bunch of emergency. Oh, there's one Oak Forest came out at BF. You can see this is a really lot. It's really a lot. Okay, there's a level 4 modernization at BM. So that one can build an autonomous administration. Okay. Continuing on. All kinds of good stuff. So we'll update our build queues off camera. If we look at the systems, this is our systems. This is what they're building. So a lot of sell me ships in queue and system upgrades as resources are available. I decided to go through and do the system upgrades in places. You know what? This guy needs to do one. If you look at the trade screen, part of the rating of a system's trade value is the system level. So I think I'm gonna focus on upgrading all of my excuse me, all my trade headquarters and trade subsidiaries. They're gonna kind of jump the line and get upgraded first, and then any system like BM here that has like a lot of good resources that I need. You see, I upgraded him to level 4. So you know his trade system level 4 helps his trade efficiency, I guess, is the words that the game uses. So Yeah, I'm going to do that, and that's how I'm going to make my decisions about who's getting the system upgrades first. Let's see here. And Barks just got to level 18. He is a governor and is no longer going to be a senator. Minus 25% assignment duration. Sure. I'm a big fan of that in case I need to shuffle leaders around to try to optimize resources. So, nice to have a shorter assignment duration where they're locked into their assignment until after that timer expires. Let's see. Minus 10% dust cost on hero, or minus 20% on system, and automatic ecstatic. That can come in handy situationally. Sometimes there's systems that are just like all gas planets or whatever, and you just have more disapproval to deal with, and there's like no luxury resources there, and you just kind of limited in your options to try to help out a system with its approval. Okay, we grew another eider population, so that's one that we could shuffle around to some place. And we lost a little bit of population here and there. The newer systems. This guy leveled up. That's a pretty easy choice. Let's see, so he's at BD. BD, there we go. Currently is producing 92 food for the system. %15 industry is pretty good though. Is he maxed out on population at BD? Yes. We're getting 319 from food conversion. 319 is about 10% of the industry on the system. So, in theory, this is a better choice because that's 15% more industry. But let's see what the food production does. Because that's the fucking gardens is the same thing as what the Horatio have, and it goes bananas. Let's see. 1,132 food. So it went up by a lot. Over 1,000, right? And so now 616 from food conversion. So 300, I think it would have been better with the industry, pointed industry. Hopefully next time he gets a level, we'll try that one out and see what the difference is. I think it'd be a little bit better with the industry. Alright, this one has come to an end. This is the artillery officer quest. See, we can take an approval penalty, but it increases damage on our fleets and increases militarist faction for 10 turns, or we can pardon, get approval, and increase pacifist ideology. Well, our next election is after turn 140, so this will actually expire before the election. However, this has a chance of creating a major political crisis. So let's not have a major political crisis. We'll take the pacifist option, which I want to do it. I like the pacifist better anyway. So we're going to pardon the officer. Okay, so looks like that's about it. Let's take a look here, see what we're missing. Okay, we'll probably move those guys around somewhere. Yep, move these around. We'll move fleets from Jyem over to Rassam and from Rassam to Rhea. And we'll move fleets from Jovanus up to Thea. We'll rename these two systems we just captured. We'll update the system build queues. I'll move populations around. All of that I'll do off camera. And hopefully see you guys back on the next video. You know, like, subscribe, comment if you are so inclined. Yeah, thanks for watching.